Hello viewers, today I will be talking about git merge, git rebase, git stash and the various options about these commands, and also will be showing the live execution of these commands. These are like advanced command in bash. So we will be starting with the live executions of these commands so that you can get the idea. Git merge command is used to integrate changes from other branch, and there are various types of options available in git merge like fast forwarding, non-fast forwarding, squash and abort when you don't want to do the changes. So the default behavior is fast forwarding. So let's do the live execution. So we will be starting with the git merge command. So how we will do it? We have now, as you can see, we have cloned one repo git demo in last tutorial itself. We have two branches. Let's check out the main branch. I'll show you what all logs are there. So you can see this is the commit. These are the commits present in main branch. So I'll do the changes. So git merge, what is the git merge? Git merge is for, suppose you have some feature or release which supposed to happen. For that you have taken out a branch out of main. Once you do all the changes in the commit, you will merge back it to the master branch or the main branch so that you can release it. Okay. We'll check out git checkout DevOps, git checkout DevOps. Okay. We'll do some changes here, like we'll add one file. We'll add test underscore DevOps 1. This is the first commit in DevOps branch. Save it. Git status. I hope you are familiar with these basic commands which I had covered already in previous tutorial. If you are not, please go through the part 1 basic tutorial of git bash command. Link is in the description. First commit on DevOps branch. Okay, let's create another file. Test DevOps 2. I have created another file. Second commit on branch DevOps. Second commit on DevOps branch. Okay, let's see how many commits we have created. Graph decorate. You can see we have created two commits. First commit on DevOps branch, second commit of DevOps branch. Okay, we'll try the git merge command. Git merge is to merge these two commit onto the main branch so that we can release, and we have very different options for with merge command. We are going to see all the options in git merge command today. First we will check out the main branch. Okay, and then we will follow all the different kinds of merge command like fast forward, non-fast forward, squash. Git merge DevOps. So now I'll tell you the difference between, you can see merge made by the recursive strategy. Let's see this. You can see this was the last origin main, first commit, second commit, and this is the merge commit. So what is the difference between fast forward, non-fast forward and squash? First we'll go through the difference between this. Fast forward is the default thing. In fast forward, what will happen is when you merge the commit, if there is no change, on the master branch and the basic commit is matching with the feature commit, then it will create only these two commits. It will not create the extra commit. This is the merge commit. This commit is having nothing, only the merge. It is showing the something has been merged as part of this commit. Okay, when you follow the fast forward, which is a default thing. Okay, suppose if this head or main branch is having already some commits which are not matching with feature branch, in that case only it will create a new commit, and this is called non fast forward. If you want to create always a new commit, then you can always use, let me reset it. So by default it will be fast forward. When it is not able to do a fast forward, it will do a non fast forward by default. But suppose if you always want to do a fast forward, you have to mention git merge devops --ff only. If it is not able to do the fast forward, it will abort it. You can see this will abort. Fatal, not possible to fast forward, aborting, because my main branch is already having one commit which is ahead of DevOps branch, which is not matching. You can see this is the head of my main, right, and this is the head of my DevOps. So it is already two commits ahead. Okay, so in that case, in this situation, the merge will always be non fast forward. It cannot do fast forward merge. So that is the example of fast forward. Git merge DevOps -no--f. See, it is creating a merge commit. This is just a merge commit. You can see, again I will show you, git log first commit, second commit, and this is just a merge commit, so that it is saying that some other branch or some commit has come here. Okay. If you want to see the content of this commit, git show, you can see nothing is there, right? Let's go with the other command, that is called squash. Squash means, suppose you are working on feature branch and you have like tens of commit. When you merge back into the main branch, you don't want to disturb the history. You want to squash all the commits into one and merge into the main branch. So how that will work? Let's do the squash. Git merge DevOps --squash. Automatic merge went well, stopped before committing as requested. Squash commit not updating head. It has done a merge, but it has not created a commit. I will show you git status. You can see it has created a to file in main branch which was present in only DevOps branch. Now git commit squashed. You can see the comments, squashed commits of the following. These two commits has been squashed. Now you have to save this. Now let's see the git log. You can see this is the commit it has created, and the content is squashed commit of the following. One commit, two commit. These two commits has been squashed and pushed into the main branch. So this is the difference between fast forward, non fast forward, and the squash commit. Now we will start with the git rebase command. Git rebase. What is the git rebase? Git rebase is actually doing the same thing. It is getting the changes from the another branch to our this whatever the branch, one branch, main branch or master branch, keeping the history intact. Means it will not disturb the history, it will keep all the history. On top of that, it will play your commits. Now we'll see, we are on the feature branch. We have to rebase our feature branch with main if any changes are there in main. Let's rebase it. Now you can see this changes has come from the main also, and DevOps is on top. You can see it has created first this, on top of that it has rewinded. It's just like record playing of the commits. It does not disturb the commit history, so that you can easily see what is being changed, what is being tracked on main branch. You can see first rewinding head to replay your work on top of it, right? Now if you see the fast forward changes, you will be able to see very clearly. Git checkout main, git merge DevOps. Default option is fast forward. I'll show you, it has not created even a single merge commit in case of fast forward. You can see it's just a two commits, first commit and second commit. So these are the various options in git merge. And I have shown you the git rebase also, how to rebase it. Now the various options in rebase are git rebase continue, git rebase skip, git rebase abort. So how to do that and how to resolve the conflict also. So let's create a conflict. Okay, now I am on DevOps branch. Let's create one.txt. Test1 is already there. Okay, I have done one change in test1 in first line. Okay, let's create a commit of that. Now I am switching to the main branch. In main branch also we have test1, because since we have already rebased our DevOps branch with main, so all the files which is present in main has come to the DevOps. Okay, so we'll do the same change in the first line. This change in main branch. Save it, close it. Let's do a git commit on main branch also. Change on main branch for conflicts. Okay, now you can see the first commit, second commit came from the DevOps, but the change on main branch has come from this branch only. Now let's try to merge the DevOps. Git merge DevOps. You can see I have generated a conflict. Automatic merge has failed. Let's fix the conflict first, then commit the result. Now how to fix the conflict? As soon as you do the git merge or git rebase, it will show the git merge DevOps has a conflict. When you type after conflict, you have to type git status. You can see this file is having a conflict. After conflict, it will show as a changed file. So we have to resolve a conflict, or will show you. So this file is having conflict. You can see this particular line has come from head and this particular line has come from DevOps branch. You can clearly see this change in main branch, this change in DevOps branch. So whatever change you want to keep, this is manual process. You have to keep those changes and then you have to just commit it. Save this file. Suppose I want this change. So you have to go. Here. You can see what it is saying. After doing the changes in text file, you have to add commit -am resolved conflicts. You can see it has created a new change on DevOps branch, main branch, and the one which we want to keep. So this is how we resolve the conflicts. Okay, so this was the conflicts resolved in case of rebase. Let's do the same thing with resolve this steps followed when the conflicts was there in git merge. Now I have lot of changes in DevOps branch. Even I have done some changes on test 1.txt. Let's do the same change in the same file. This change in rebase main branch. Save it so that we can generate a conflict. Git commit. Now we'll do the rebase with DevOps branch, or the either way we can keep the changes in main branch and we can rebase to the feature branch like that. So I am doing a rebase. Now you can see conflict has occurred in rebase. Okay, and there are various options now. Now if you want to continue with the rebase after resolving, when you have resolved this problem, git rebase continue. If you don't want to if you prefer to skip this patch, run git rebase skip. I'll show you git rebase -- skip. So it will skip that change and it will rebase it. Okay. You can see change on DevOps branch for conflict has come. Now we'll see how to resolve this. Either we can abort this, we can skip this particular commit which is creating conflicts, or we can resolve. So most probably we have to resolve the conflict. And how do we do the resolution of the conflict? First you have to do git status. You will see this file has been changed, and you can see the git rebase is in progress onto this. Conflict has come. So we have to resolve that file. You have to click on this file and you can see the changes. This file, this change has come from DevOps, and this change has come from the main branch rebase conflict. Okay, save it. Now you have to add it git status, right? You can see this has become green. Now you, instead of doing a commit, you have to do the git rebase continue. It has rebase has finished with, and we'll see the commit is very clear. Commit history will be very clear. This is the latest commit which I had created, and this was the commit which came from the DevOps branch, which has created a conflict. So it's like you can see the DevOps branch is lower and head branch is upper. So it has created the history very clear. Like the main, you can see both the tool git merge and git rebase serve the same purpose. They are designed to integrate changes from multiple branches into one, although the final goal is same, but the methods to achieve it the different way. Let's move ahead with the other command, git stash. What is the use of git stash? Suppose you are working on some feature and suddenly there some bug fix has come in production. Then you have to save your work and then work on that bug fix, and then again you start working on that. So how we will do that? Now let's do some changes. Okay, let's see whether we have any change right now. We don't have any change. save it. You can see we have one changes. Now suddenly something has come. So how do you save it? Git stash save and give the comment stash 1 for feature 1. You can see it is saying saved working directory and indexed as stash 1 for feature 1. Let's see where it has been saved. Git stash list. You can see this is the latest stash. Okay, let's do another change on another file. Save it. Git status to see the changes. Git stash save stash 2 for feature 1 for the same feature. Save it. Let's list out the stash. Now you can see the list as 3 stash. This is stash 1, this is just a commit, this is stash 2, this is just a comment, stash 1, stash 2. Now suppose you have done your work, now you want to apply your changes. How you will apply? For that we have a command called git stash apply. Then you have to tell which stash you want to apply. You have to do this. You can see test 1. What is the change? You can see this is for stash 1. We have done a stash apply for stash 1. Let's create a stash, again stash, and we'll see the another command called git stash pop. What is the difference between git stash apply and git stash pop? Actually git stash pop is equal to git stash apply plus git stash drop. Drop means it will apply a particular stash or a commit and it will drop from the stash list. Like when I'll show you. Git stash list. You can see 3 stash, right? Git stash apply stash 2. You can see, but still you can see in the git stash list, those list is still there. So for removing from the list, you have to use a command git stash drop. Git stash drop will drop that particular change. Git status, you can see the changes here. Git stash list, your change from the list has gone. Now let's see the feature of git stash pop. You have to give which stash. Current stash is this, which we want stash 2 for feature 1. Now you can see 2 of the file changes come. Okay, and what you will see, git stash list. Since we have used pop, it will go, there is nothing. So what did you see? Pop is equal to apply plus drop, right? There is another command called git stash show. If you want to see this and then apply, then it will be the easiest way to do the changes. You can see now 1 file change, 3 insertion, 1 deletion. Let's try the another option, -p. You can see the actual change before applying. So you can see the changes and then you can do the pop or apply command. Git stash list git pop. Stash is missed. Let's apply the another stash. Git stash pop, because this is already there, that's why. Now we will follow the other command, git stash clear. That will clear all the stash. Right now we have 2 stash. Let's try this, git stash clear, git stash list. You can see complete stash has gone and whatever stash has been applied has again come into my working directory, and you can work as usual. Let's go to the other command which is very useful, called git cherry pick. Cherry pick means, what is the use of git cherry pick? Git cherry pick is to pick a particular commit change into another branch. Like, let's see, this is the particular commit which is present on main branch. I want to cherry pick this particular change. Let's see what is the part of that change. Git show. You can see this is the change in rebase main branch. Let's cherry pick this particular commit in DevOps branch. So let's check out DevOps. First you have to check out DevOps. Actually we have so many changes. Git reset hard. Check git checkout DevOps. Then you have to fire a command, git cherry pick, and paste the commit. That's it. You can see git log changes on main branch conflicts has come here. Git show, paste the latest commit, and you can see the changes has come here. Git merge, git rebase do the same thing. Git stash is very helpful in the development, and git cherry pick helps us to pick any change which we want as per our convenient. Okay, hope you find this video informative. If you have any questions, query, please comment in comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe for more detailed technical video on DevOps tools. Thank you all for your time.